Ben. She suddenly realized that it was she who had asked a colleague to transfer Ben 2 days ago. Annie felt remorse, thinking she shouldn't have made such an impulsive decision. Ben's warmth, sincerity, and steadiness had always been the qualities she admired most. His departure left her with an unspeakable sense of loss. So after rushing to the company, she immediately found Ben. Ben returned to work under Annie. He became Annie's assistant, just like Becky. In a marketing data analysis, Ben found that the advertising cost in a certain area was not proportional to the output. But the output was not proportional. He immediately proposed an optimization plan to Annie. This time, instead of getting involved in the work herself as she had before, Annie chose to trust Ben's abilities and handed the entire task over to him. Before leaving, Ben specifically mentioned Becky's MBA degree. This made Annie suddenly realize that she had indeed been negligent in talent management. One day on her way to the company, Annie suddenly received a notice that the company's computer servers had suffered a serious malfunction, causing a sharp drop in product sales. At the same time, a quality issue broke out in the warehouse, requiring a large recall of products that had already been shipped. At that moment, Annie's mother called to complain that Annie never had time to spend with her. After hurriedly hanging up the phone, Annie couldn't help but send a text message to complain to her husband about her mother, but in her panic, she accidentally sent it to her mother instead. A few minutes later, Annie suddenly realized what had happened. She knew very well that her relationship with her mother was not harmonious, and her mother had a heart condition. If her mother saw that message, the consequences would be unimaginable. Annie wanted to fix her mistake, but it was already too late. She had to delete the message before her mother got home and turned on her computer, otherwise their relationship would be completely ruined. Annie was extremely anxious. She thought of asking a programmer to hack into her mother's computer and delete the message. However, the programmer told Annie very clearly that it was almost impossible to do. Annie fell into despair, feeling that there was no way to undo her mistake. At this moment, the experienced Ben once again demonstrated her composure and decisiveness. She quickly analyzed the situation and came up with a bold plan.